Dear expert, thank you very much to take participation in interview about online consulting. Also, I would like to tell you thank you for take part in testing of pilot questionnaire. Let's go forward and let me ask you first question.
Sure.
How many years do you work in consulting industry?
Okay, I've been an independent consultant for just almost 2 years, but before that I ran a NGO and we had a consulting team within it which I led for 5 years. Okay, so in total 7 years.
7 years, okay, great, thank you. Do you sell consulting online?
No.
No, okay. So the first part of interview is dedicated to trust and face-to-face communication in consulting services. So within the literature I found that a lot of opinions that consulting cannot be conducted online due to trust and personal relationship, however I found some other opinion. Some authors showed evidence that some consulting services can go online. And my first question is, do you agree that various types of consulting project and stages of project require different level of clients' interaction and trust?
Yes, I do.
Please explain your response and give example of interaction and trust levels in relevant project or stages.
Okay, to me, trust is most important at the very early stage of a project, of a relationship actually, not just a project. It's very difficult to actually sell consulting services when there's no relationship. But then once you have the relationship, I think you could, in many cases, you could conduct the relationship virtually. In fact, I've done that with several consulting projects where I have never met the client. I've maybe had a phone conversation, but generally they've known my reputation, and I've met them maybe in a different role before. So in terms of different projects, the consulting I do, I think there's about 3 types. There is sort of research projects and analysis, the last research project I did was entirely virtual. I didn't meet the client. I constructed a methodology, tested it, and all the rest of it entirely virtually, but it was bespoke. So it was a kind of, it wasn't a. So it was produced bespoke for that client, obviously. So that's the first thing. The second type is training, and the training I do is all face to face. But I would be interested in developing that as a virtual online product. And the third type is business advice and support to small businesses. That is all face to face. But again, that's not to say I know colleagues who do similar work do a lot by telephone. I don't think that face to face, that business advice does work very well online. There is an online business mentoring portal called Horse's Mouth, and the feedback I've had is that it's just not good enough as an online portal. So for that element, I think face-to-face or telephone. For the training, I'd consider online. And for research, actually I do use online tools such as SurveyMonkey. So yeah, not sure if that fits.
Okay, thank you very much for your full answer. Let's go to second question. I found in literature that uncertainty in consulting project means that tasks are vague, processes are not predictable, outcomes are not specified, and quality of results are difficult to measure. Do you agree that more uncertain the project is, the greater the level of trust and interaction with clients is needed?
Absolutely, yes. And in fact, the projects that I have done that are entirely virtual, I'd much prefer to be able to meet with the client because I think we'd get a better outcome, and I think it would be a chance to build future relationships as well.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have any certain project when the task is defined at the beginning and the process and outcomes? Do you have some project which are certain at the beginning?
They're rarely entirely certain. Usually there's a sort of stage of further discussion, investigation, and analysis to clearly define the kind of process. So what the client initially asks you to do isn't always what they really want or what they really need. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you very much. The service each project needs customization and to be adapted for each client.
Yeah, I'm just reading your question again. Question 3.
No, we finished the second
Oh,
question.
right, okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And third question is, uncertainty can be reduced if the process of providing service, quality of result, outcomes and cost will be clearly defined at the beginning of the project. Do you agree?
Definitely. I mean, and sometimes people might want an off-the-shelf solution. Do you know what I mean by off-the-shelf? A kind of packaged product. And in some circumstances, that's fine. And for me, that's where you can have an online solution when it's a kind of, so for example, my training products, I'm looking at putting some of them online as online training solutions, and I think that could work very well. The problem for me as a very small independent consultant is actually promoting it effectively. So that's the thing I need to look at for online training, is how to promote it effectively. I think I can certainly, I think the products I have are good, but packaging and promoting.
Okay, thank you very much.